Dear students, today we'll see some other programs the way how we can execute. That is, write a program to display even numbers between 10 and 20. So write a Python program to display even numbers between 10 and 20. So Python program to print even numbers in given range. So start and end. So we'll be giving start number and end number up to that number which you want to get even numbers. Okay. So print even numbers from start and end is for loop which we used here. So for num in range of start, end, okay, end plus 1 when you take it, then up to that number will be considered as uh, even numbers which will take. Okay. Now checking the condition num modulus 2 double equal to 0. The given number, so each number when you divisible by 2, if it is equivalent to 0 modulus value, then that is nothing but even number. That is nothing but even number. You can see the sample output, the way how you can make use. Enter the start of range. Start range is 10 and end range is 19. Okay. So what happens here? So 10 range function 10 and 19 plus 1 means 20 which will be taken, but so 20 will not be considered, end value will not be considered till that value minus 1 will be considered, which means up to 19. So 10 to 19 even numbers which you will get 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, because 20 will not be considered here. So the range function of Python, so which will not consider end value, so except end value will be taken place up to that number. Okay. So that's why you will get here based on the input start number and end number. So 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 are the even numbers. Those are the even numbers. Same way you can see another example. So write a Python program to perform all the mathematical operations of a calculator. All the mathematical operations of a calculator. Okay. Create a simple calculator which can perform basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication or division depending upon the user input. Okay. So, you choose the desired operation. Okay. You can choose the desired operation. Options like 1, 2, 3, 4 are valid numbers. Two numbers are taken and an if, elif, else branching is used to execute a particular section. So we'll be using branching, that is if conditions, different forms of if condition using functions add, subtract, multiply and divide. Evaluate respective operations. Please select option. If you choose the 1, addition will be calculated. If you choose the 2, subtraction will be calculated. If you choose the 3, multiplication will be calculated. And if you choose the 4 option, division will be calculated. Okay. So select operations from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you give the 1, so enter first number and enter second number. So addition will be calculated. Same way, you can, if you choose the second one and based on that whatever input values you give, then subtraction will be calculated. Same way, multiplication, then division. Okay. So that is how which operates the particular function calculator, simple calculator, mathematical operations, basic arithmetic operations which you want to perform and which you create calculator. So function to add two numbers. So same way with the help of functions, how we can make use. Same example with the help of function, through function how we can create. Def is the function creator of space add of num1 comma num2 parameters, return num1 plus num2. Then same way subtraction, you just change the instead of add, subtract, then num1 comma num2 which will return the num1 minus num2. Function to multiply two numbers, definition multiply of num1 comma num2, return num1 into num2. Okay. Now we'll see function to divide two numbers. Okay. Same way division. Now print, please select operation and we'll be giving operations such a way that the way how we can make use So add, subtract, multiply and divide. These are the four options which we are providing, and we are calculating the four different operations taking input from the user. So first is option which we take, and then number 1 and number 2, and we are using the comparison of condition to check the choice. If select equal to 1, then apply print num1 plus num2 equal to add. Add is the function which you create. That is the function which you created. Yes, that function will be taken place here, and which will result that value. Same way, if it is not one option, then elif else condition. If again checking else if select equal to 2, if it is true, then comes to here, and which will calculate the subtraction. Then if this is also false, then comes to another else if condition, select equal to 3, and which will be executed this print statement now, which means multiplication operation. Same way, if that option also false, then elif condition, select equal to 4, and this division operation will be calculated. Division operation will be calculated. Then else, if all the options are false, either it is not 1 or it's not 2 or it's not 3 or it's not 4 also, then which goes to the else part, top if condition else part, and invalid input, please enter numbers between 1 to 4. Okay, so 1 to 4 only valid options which will calculate the result among according to the 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that is how simple calculator will be done. Simple calculator how you can make use. Same way, another program, write a Python program to accept a number and display the factorial of that number. Write a Python program to accept a number and display the factorial of that number. What is factorial? So factorial is a non-negative integer. It is the product of all positive integers less than. It is the product of all the positive integers less than or equal to that number for which you ask for factorial. For which you ask for factorial. It is denoted by exclamation sign. Exclamation sign. So first you need to understand what do you mean by factorial. Factorial is a non-negative integer. It is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to that number for which you ask for factorial. It is denoted by exclamation sign. That you can see clearly, exclamation sign. The way how we use is within the bracket we specify. For example, if you want to calculate the 4 factorial, okay, equal to 4 into 3 into 1, 3 into 2 into 1, which means 4 3 is a 12, 12 2 is a 24, 24 1 is a 24. The factorial of 4 is 24. Factorial of 4 is 24. No, the factorial value of 0 is 1 always. That is rule violation. The factorial value of 0 is always 1, which is always 1 because of the rule violation in mathematics, which you can see. Now by using function which we need to create that factorial number, definition factorial of num parameter. This is the recursive function that calls itself to find the factorial of given number. If num equal to 1, return num. Okay, 1 factorial 1, 1 into 1. Else return num into factorial of num minus 1. Factorial of num minus 1. So whichever you specify here, that minus 1, which keep on executes statement. Okay, so simple the way how we can make use num into factorial of num minus 1, the function which will execute till that becomes 1. Okay, till that becomes 1. If it is 1 means return 1. Okay, so first time if you give the 3, then 3 comes. If num equal to 1, no, else part comes num 3 into factorial of 3 minus 1, which becomes factorial of 2, and again which goes to that, then which comes to else part again, then which will check now 2 into factorial of 2 minus 1. Okay, so earlier it was 3 into 2, now 2 into factorial of 2 minus 1, which means 1. So now which goes back again if condition, if num equal to s, it is num equal to 1 true, then return 1. Now 3 into 2 into 1, so which will be calculated 3 2 is 6, 6 into 1, 6 1 is 6. That is how function which executes repeatedly. Okay, so we will find the factorial of this number. Num equal to int of input of enter a number, so which will ask the user to give the input. If input number is negative, then return an error message. Else if the input number is 0, then display 1 as output. So else calculate the factorial by calling the user defined function. If num less than 0, factorial cannot be found for negative numbers. Okay, so if condition equal to 1, which returns 1, else it will calculate the factorial number. If num less than 0, it becomes negative number. Negative number will not be calculated a factorial value. If it is equal to, then which will print the 1. 0 factorial is 1. Else factorial of num is factorial of that value will be printed finally. So suppose if you give the 5, then 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, 5 4 is the 20, 23 is a 60, 62 is a 120, 120 1 is a 120. So that is how factorial of 5 number will be calculated. It will be calculated. Same way, another program. Write a Python program to convert binary number to decimal number. Given decimal number and binary number. Our task is to convert decimal to binary numbers and binary to decimal numbers. The way how we can calculate. Simple algorithm. We know what is an algorithm. So which is a general English language, or with which is also called as pseudocode, which you can use the programming steps within the algorithm. So step 1, enter binary number. Step 2, next take the length of the binary number. Step 3, using for loop we can convert binary to a decimal number. Just like if the binary number is 1111, then the calculation would be 1 into 2. Okay, 1 into 2 power 3 plus 1 into 2 power 2 plus 1 into 2 power 1 plus 1 into 2 power 0, from left to right, sorry, right to left. If it is based on these individual bits, each bit when you want to calculate binary to decimal, this binary digit is multiplied with 2 power n value. 2 power n value. The 2 power n value also which starts with from right to left. So right digit, first digit 1 will be multiplied with 2 power 0. Next second digit which will increment the 2 power value, 1 into 2 power 1. Next left digit, so 2 power 2, next digit is 2 power 3. So like that, when you make it formula, then you will get the result as 15. Result as 15. Step 4, display the number. Once it calculates, then display the number. Same way, decimal to binary number. Enter the decimal number using while loop. Divide the number it by. So earlier it was multiplied with 2 power n value. Now when you want to convert decimal to binary number, then you need to divide that number by 2. Find both remainder and quotient. Take another variable initialized with 1. Now remainder will be multiplied with this variable and added with the final output number. That variable will be incremented by 1. The first remainder is the last digit in the sequence. Okay, so step 3, display the value. Now we are writing the program decimal to binary and binary to decimal conversion. Option 1 is decimal to binary, option 2 is binary to decimal. So my choice equal to int, given input number, enter your choice either 1 or 2. If my choice equal to 1, I equal to 1, s equal to 0, the sum value which we calculate. Okay, then my decimal equal to int of input of enter decimal to be converted. So first one is choice. Now this is the decimal number which you need to give to convert to binary number, while my decimal greater than 0, then remainder equal to int of my decimal modulus 2, s equal to s plus I into remainder. So that is what the sum value which you calculate, store the digits, and my decimal of int of my decimal by 2, I equal to I into 10. The binary of the given number is, once it executes this while loop, then which will print the binary number to equivalent the decimal number. Else, my binary equal to, so input of enter binary to be converted binary to, okay. So now, so n equal to length of my bin, result equal to 0 for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1, result equal to result plus int of my bin I minus 1 into 2 to the power of n minus I. So this is how binary number is converted to decimal number. This is decimal to binary number. The decimal of the given binary is, okay. Now output you will see sample 1, first one choice is 1, enter decimal to be converted, 2 is the decimal number, for that equivalent number is 10, okay. Same way enter binary to be converted 101, for that equivalent number is 5, equivalent binary number, sorry, decimal of the given binary number. 101 is the binary number and the decimal number is 5, okay. So that is, so binary to decimal to binary, binary to decimal, which you will calculate. Binary number means zeros and ones combination, so which is the language computer would understand. Same way another program, write a Python program to find the sum of the digits of a number. Write a Python program to find the sum of the digits of a number. For example, if the input number is 1, 2, 3, 4, then the output would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equal to 10. Sum of the digits which we want to calculate. Num equal to int of input of enter number. So up to that number, okay. So result equal to 0, num equal to num. So while loop to iterate through all the digits of input number, while num is greater than 0, remainder equal to num modulus 10, result equal to result plus remainder, num equal to int of num divided by 10. So displaying the output which you can see here, print sum of all digits of number is result, okay. So here when you take it as num modulus, which will take remainder value and which will make the sum value to that result initially which was 0, and when you make division which will take the quotient value, so in such a way that each time divisible and modulus will takes place. So enter a number 1, 2, 3. Now sum of all digits of 1, 2, 3 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equivalent to 6, is equivalent to 6. Same way another program, write a Python function to display prime numbers below 30, prime numbers below 30. So take the input from the user, lower equal to int of input of enter lower range, upper equal to int of input of enter upper range for num in range, okay. Lower comma upper plus range function which we use here to make use to get the prime numbers. So num modulus I double equal to 0, then break to come out of it, else print num comma n. If double equal to 0, that is even number to come out of it, okay. So if it is not equivalent to 0, which means prime number. So enter lower range is 1, enter upper range is 30, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. So these are the prime numbers which you can see clearly. Now we'll execute each example practically. We'll execute first number is even numbers, first program. Start number 10, then So it is interactive mode which we are executing, which will ask at a time statement will be executed, which will ask the input. Same thing. Let's see this for loop. Earlier statement which will not print anything. Now copy the for loop. No, we made a mistake here. For then if okay, then print state. You can see clearly up to the number which we gave earlier 10, then we gave 30 range, start range, end range, and which we use the loop. Here you can see the loop clearly which we use for num in range start and end plus 1, a modulus which we calculate equal to 0, then which will print up to that the numbers. Okay, even numbers. You can see 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28 and 30. Same thing you can execute through the script file. Open, I already created. Even number program. Yes. Even numbers program you can check. The program start equal to reading the input, end equal to reading the input, print even numbers from start and end is, so for num in range, yes, which will take it, then checking the condition if num modulus 2 double equal to 0, then that number is even number, and printing the num, and which we use end is space to make the values separate each value. Then save the program, go to file, once you type the program, file, save as. So choose the location where it is accessible, then give the file name .py, then click save. For me it will ask replacement because which is already created and saved the application. Once you have done the things, then go to run, click the run module. Now it will ask both start value and end value, the range values. Yes. Enter the start range 10, it will ask the end range. You can see now complete application which we executed through script mode, which asks first start number, end number. So even numbers from 10 and 20 is 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. Okay, and the function which we used here, range function, generally range function which will not be considered end value, that's why end plus 1 which we took, we entered 20 means which will be taken 10 comma 21, 10 comma 21 which will take this function, because we applied the end value plus 1, then you will get 20. Suppose if we give 10 comma 19, that time we will get only up to 18, 10 12 14 16 and 18. 20 will not get that, because 19 plus 1 20, which will be considered end value, then which will not be considered that value, because range function will take end minus 1. Okay, so it will not be included end value, but till that number which goes. Now we have known that we executed the even numbers program. Next one we'll see, that is mathematical operations. Go to file, open, calculator. Yes. You can see the program, the help of functions which we created here. So if you wanted, you can do this. First you make it this, all the functions which we created, and we are reading the option which you want to calculate. So then giving the another two input values to perform an operation. You can see which we used the application. Just save as usual and click the run command, run module. Okay, so it will ask you select operations from 1 2 3 4. Among these four numbers only you need to choose any one of the number. For example, 1. Enter first number, enter second number. So 10 plus 20 equivalent to 30. Now second time again, if you execute, run module. Now choose the third, now select option. Third means multiplication. Enter 10 20. Now 10 into 20 is 10 20 is a 200 multiplication value. Same way. Now this time we execute, run module. 4, which means division. 20 first number, second number 2, then 20 divided by 2 equivalent to 10. So division operation. Now we'll just make one more change. We'll apply here, let's see, that we call it as floor division, which we learnt another concept, floor division. Floor divide function num1 comma num2, and which means we need to add here one more option, that is that which you need to apply here. One more option is 5, then that option is floor divide, which you can specify. This made a mistake. Okay, so once you add that, and you need to apply here also, comma 5, then again which you need to come here one more option, that is elif condition. So here we need to give the option 5. Let's we try it this. Okay, so here we need to apply such a way that, okay, now you can see clearly the way how it writes. Now here also you need to update 1 to 5, save your application, whatever changes which you made. Now go to run, click run module. Let me see. Yes, 5. Now we made it one more option which we added, floor division. Then option 5 which we choose, enter first number 20 and second number 10. Now you can see the calculated one, floor division also. Okay, that is what integer division which we call it as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and floor division. Same way which you can apply power value also. Yes, we will do that also. One more is there, right? Or you can try it same thing which you can do that power calculation. This is the basic operations which you can do. Now we'll proceed with another application. Let me see another one, that is after the mathematical calculator. Factorial of the number, factorial program. Okay, let's take file, open factorial number. Yes, factorial number, same which we saw. You can see definition factorial which will execute such a way that complete program, which you can see same way. After completing the number of writing the program, save the application. Yes, you can save the application, then click run module. Click the run and run module. It will ask you the number 4 factorial 24. Output you will see enter a number 4. So factorial of 4 is 24. You can see complete program. Function definition factorial of num. If num double equal to 1, return num. Else return num into factorial of num minus 1. That is what function which I explained you. Num equal to input value which we are taking from the user, and if it is less than 0, factorial value cannot be calculated. If it is equal to 0, then factorial of 0 is 1. That is a rule violation. Else print factorial of num is factorial of num, which will be calculated. So you can calculate factorial of number. If we execute again, if we give the another number, let's see factorial of 5. 5 factorial of 5 is 120. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now same way another application. Now we know how to calculate the factorial number. Write a Python program to convert binary to decimal. Okay, decimal to binary, whatever it is. Close the calculator. Just go to that file menu, click open, binary to decimal number. You can see complete program. So which we use such a way that to make use the application. So once you complete the application, which we saw, yes, you can print that. Save the application once you type it. Save the application once you type it. Go to then run module. Tab indentation problem which occurs. Go to run module. Yes. User choice either 1 or 2. 1. So enter the decimal number, that is 2. We will see first time 0, then 1 0. So each time it will be done like that. Then give the 101 binary number to convert decimal number 5. You will see clearly the way how we will be able to convert. First one is decimal to binary, 2 is equivalent to binary number 10, and 101 is the binary number, it is equivalent to that 5 decimal number. Same way, another example. Sum of the digits of a number. Sum of the digits of a number, which you can see complete program. Sum of the digits which you want to calculate. Go to file, click open. Sum of digits. You can see the sum of the digits, num equal to reading the input value, enter a number from the user, it should take input value, result equal to 0, number equal to num. Then while greater than 0, if num equal to num modulus 10, then we will ask the result equal to result plus remainder, num equal to int of num divided by 10. Sum of all digits of number is result. Okay, once you type the number, program, save it and go to run. Once you save the application with .py, go to run menu, run module. So it will ask you 5 for example. 1 plus enter number, sum of all digits 5, only one digit which we entered, okay, which means 5 only. Suppose now execute again, give the number 1 2 3, 3 digits number which we gave here now. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is equivalent to 6. Sum of all the 3 digits is equivalent to 6. So I think now it's clear how we can execute it. Now same manner, another example, that is prime numbers below 30. Another example is prime numbers below 30. You can see the program such a way that which we use. Now we will execute this prime numbers program. So you can see lower limit, upper limit, and we use the predefined function range for num in range of lower comma upper plus 1. If num greater than 1, for I in range of 2 comma num. if num modulus I equal to 0, break. So that is even number with base. Else print num comma end of the spaces which you want to give between the numbers. Okay, prime numbers which you want to print up to 30. So just save the application again, go to run, click run module. It will ask you input, enter lower limit 2, then upper limit 30. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. So up to 30 prime numbers which you can see, up to 30 prime numbers. Same way you can execute again application and you give the different number. Go to run module. Now this time we'll give 1 and 40. You can see 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31 and 37 prime numbers. Okay, so that is how which will be able to calculate the way how we can do the programs. Now we come to know how we can execute the applications. Okay, so 6 more programs we come to know, earlier 6 programs. These all are your exercises programs. We will see some other programs also another class. Thank you.